You are using the EQ the wrong way. Let me explain. In this video I will exactly tell you how an EQ works and how you can use it on your trap beats. But why I'm telling you this? You know, I started making beats back then in 2019. I kinda knew back then what an EQ was, but I didn't exactly understand where to cut or where to boost the frequencies. Like, how does this change the sample or loop? So I just played around, didn't know what I was doing. I had like no strategy or knowledge about this. But after like 3 to 4 years I improved my beats. I exactly know how I can use an EQ on my beats, and I want you to do the same. If you are in the situation as I was back then in 2019, you're on the program for like a few months, but you don't get anywhere. Your beats just don't sound the way that you want them to be. Then click the link down below and I will personally help you achieve that goal in just a month. Now have fun with the video. Let's go. Okay bro, so I loaded up this beat here. I only solo out these elements. And on every sound I'm gonna add an EQ on this key here. There are like different types of cuts. There's like this low cut that everybody knows. But I see a lot of people, especially beginners, that are doing the mistake. They're just cutting like this. This is not a low cut, this is just you made the low area quieter, but you don't cut it completely. To make a low cut, you switch the type. This here is a low cut. And the simple trick is that if you play an instrument and an 808, they will mostly clash with each other because the melody is taking up a lot of frequencies. And if you want to cut that, we do use this EQ here and make a high cut on the 808. Till a point where the 808 still sounds like an 808, but cutting out the frequencies above 5K. And we do that on almost every drum and instrument. And sometimes there are resonating sounds in the melody, and for that on the EQ what we can do is do this bell curve. This is how it's called, and we sweep around the frequencies. We need to find a sound that is like annoying or not sounding good. In this frequency there's sound I don't like that much. And we cut it just a little bit. And you know this can be cool, but if there are like specific parts, like after the hook, you want to be the melody more present. Few things that you can do. For example, you can automate your EQ. For example, I have this automation clip, and if I want the melody to be more present, I just put the automation clip all the way down, and in that way the low frequencies are also gonna play in the melody. It's a very cool effect. You know, back then I always just played it like every instrument with one EQ setting and never like automated it, but it gives like more life to the beat. But not only in the effects, also in the panning, volume, automation, you know. Just play around with this a little bit. And back in the hook, a mistake that I see a lot of people doing, they EQ everything in solo, like they EQing sound and not hearing the rest of it. But to have a good mix overall, you need to listen in the context. So always, when you're EQing, keep every sound on to hear how it will fit in the mix. I also made a mistake back then. I had like an 808 and I EQ'd it without listening to the rest of the melodies. Yeah, these were some of my EQing tips. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next. Bye.